let's go ahead and take a look at the eerie video I filmed a while back. Right there. Now, you see this guy? When he took that roost, he actually formed it into a garden. And I'm talking like he didn't just build a garden. I mean, he transformed the roost into the garden. Now, these guys are mad powerful and also mad dangerous. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lizard cult in Root by Later Games. Hello and welcome to Lord of the Board. I am Sam, and today we are going to be looking at the religious sect known as the Lizard Cult. They use sanctification, conversion, and trickery in order to try to spread their teachings as well as build their magnificent gardens throughout the forest's clearings. But let's be real, not everybody wants to listen to them. In fact, I wouldn't really want to listen to a lizard or follow one for that matter. But playing them actually poses a lot of interesting choices as well as some very complicated strategies. So today we are going to go through 10 tips and strategies on how to play the Lizard Cult. So stay tuned and thank you for watching. Like the Marquise de Cat, the Lizard Cult is held back primarily by their actions, making an alliance with the rabbits essential if given the chance. These cards are great as they will provide you with extra free actions during your turn. Another great option is the mouse card Stand and Deliver. This will help with card gain and will ruin your opponent's card wealth. Instead of focusing on one suit with your gardens, attempt to build 2 gardens of each suit starting off. This will give you great card draw, which will help you plan and cycle through your hand how you want, as well as help you to discard more cards at the end of each turn to influence the Lost Souls deck to your bidding. Just as balancing your gardens is important, balancing your hand with suits is equally as important. This will help to always have options to do no matter what suit the outcast is. Dominance victories are a viable option as the Lizard Cult. Their ability to pop up anywhere by converting or sanctifying, as well as even recruiting, gives them the mobility to spread where they need to with no movement restraints. Then, having their gardens rule clearings no matter what, even above the Erie's Lord of the Forest ability, will make taking back their clearings difficult with a couple lizards to protect their gardens. And to top it off, your opponents will have no choice but to fight you, which means your lizards will die in flames of their passion and rise again as acolytes to get back at their opposition. Speaking of acolytes, performing conspiracies should scarcely be done unless the hated outcast is in play. Also, using your acolytes as leverage against your foes is essential in getting things you want. Convince opponents to discard and use cards of a certain suit so that you can crush their enemies, or threaten their livelihood with a convert or sanctify conspiracy in order to force an opponent to influence the Lost Souls deck with you. The Riverfolk are an incredible ally to the lizards. You will give them your kin, and they can provide you with the cards you need to make the best hand possible. Also, you can hire their mercenaries to place your gardens in secure areas you may not be able to rule otherwise. Remember that you can place multiple gardens in a clearing. This is a trade-off though, because on one end you can craft insanely easy and bring up your scoring potential, but on the other end your rule will be more marginalized. But placing 2 in clearings could help with dominance, as they would have to remove both in order to stop your rule of the clearing. Set up for the long haul. You will want games to go longer if you want any hope of winning. Your gardens take a bit to build up, and you may not start scoring consistently until about turn 3 or 4. But a sure way to slow your opponents down is to distract and annoy them with your lizards. Place them in clearings you know that they will want you out. Using Convert is also a great way to slow your opponents, as it will further your kingdom and hinder theirs. You want to annoy and anger your opponents so that they will attack your lizards only to return as acolytes and strike back with their deadly conspiracies. When playing games with the Woodland Alliance, you can use their bases as influencers on the outcast suit. Use this opportunity to force a hated outcast, as when you destroy a base, they will lose their supporters of the same suit type, which will then be placed in your Lost Souls deck. Also, be mindful of games with the Eerie Dynasties, as their turmoil will bring in one of the biggest bundles of cards at once, and can either help or hinder your masterful concoction of Lost Souls. As the Lizard Cult, you gotta live in the moment. Be sure to attempt to score every turn, because you never know when you won't be able to score anymore. You can't let your nation fall too far behind, otherwise they won't be able to rise up to the top later. So really, keeping the balance of suits is very important in order to keep scoring consistently. But with patience, clever placement of lizards, and converting key buildings, the Lizard Cult will have spread the faith far enough to win the game. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. This has been an absolute blast to make. And I hope that next time you guys actually play Root, you guys will be able to take these tips and strategies and actually use them in your next game as the Lizard Cult. But before you go, why don't you go ahead and leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And if you guys enjoyed content like this, go ahead and click that bell notification just to be warned when my next video releases. But with that, that's it for the Lizard Cult. Let's drop the beat.